Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most gracious. This is Ahmad Zahran speaking, and welcome to our lecture for today. As we continue studying the congenital anomalies and the cranial developmental anomalies, and today we're going to talk about an important topic, which is the craniosinostosis. As we have studied before, the skull is formed of many bones, about 28 bones. And these bones, they just come close together and surround the structures, the intracranial structures like brain, cerebellum, brainstem, as well as the structures of the face like the eye and the nasal cavity, etc. But these bones, when they come close to each other, we can find that there are streets and holes between them that we have called the sutures and the fontanelles. And we knew that these fontanelles and sutures are present to allow two things. The first thing is to allow a nice passage of the baby through the vaginal passage, with slight molding of the skull bones to be able to pass through this narrow passage. And number two, after birth, the presence of the sutures and fontanelles help the skull to increase in size. As the brain develops, it pushes on the skull bones, and through the sutures and the fontanelles, the circumference of the skull increases, allowing the brain to develop normally. Today, we're going to talk about a topic which is a very important topic, which is the craniosinostosis, in which these sutures, they prematurely close. And when the sutures close prematurely, two things could happen. The first thing is that the brain may not be able to develop normally as the circumference of the skull is not increasing, or when one suture is closed and the other sutures are not closed, the brain is going to develop normally by pushing more on the normal sutures, and this will lead to an abnormal shape of the skull. And this is the topic for today, as we are going to study the craniosinostosis. And let's now get to know more about the craniosinostosis.